Hello, YouTubers. Um, my name's Ava, and I'm here on my mom's YouTube account. And okay, there's not a lot right there. Okay, I'm here to talk about the events that happened in 9/11, and because today is September 11th, 2012, and it's been 11 years since 9/11 happened, and I have my iPod, and it has a Wikipedia page on it, and I did not make it. I'm just reading this off. So. I'm just talking about the things in 9/11 today, because today is 9/11, 2012. And I learned some of this stuff in school today. Yes, I am back in school. And for those of you that like my channel, I have not posted a video for a few months. So, yeah. And I just want to talk about 9/11 because lots of people died, and I'm very, very sad that all those people died. So for those of you that don't, and also, it was September 11th, 2001, and 9/11 happened not even less than a month before I was born. I was born on October 5th, 2001, and so yeah, and it happened on September 11th, 2001. So for those of you who don't know, 9/11 was probably one of the only days in history that the U.S. got beat by another country, and so it was a really bad day, but we're all fine now. The world hasn't ended yet. It's gonna end like billions and billions and billions. The world's gonna end in billions and billions and billions and billions and billions of years. Not right now. So we're fine. We're totally fine for right now. So I'm just here to read some stuff about 9/11. And okay, it says on this Wikipedia page, 6 a.m. Mohammed Atta travels Colgan Air from Portland International Jetport, Portland, Maine, to Logan International Airport, Boston, Massachusetts, along with Abdulaziz Al-Omari. So remember, I'm reading this from a Wikipedia page, and I learned some of this stuff in school today, and I just feel really bad. So, wait. I accidentally read the first part. So let me talk a little bit more about 9/11. What happened is that this guy named Osama Bin Laden, he didn't like how much power that the U.S. had, so he tried to take the power away from us by trying to destroy a bunch of landmarks. And he didn't really fly any of the planes; they just got hijacked. And he made like a group of people together, and then they all tried to like take the power away from America. And one of the planes actually got hijacked to go into the White House, and so one of them almost went to the White House, but thankfully they redirected it and took control of the plane again, and it landed into a field instead of the White House. So thankfully the White House is okay. And also, another fact about 9/11, so these are just facts. Well, I heard this on another YouTube video. I heard that the maker of Family Guy, the TV show, he got hung over and he missed one of the hijacked flights on 9/11, and that saved his life. And so he was able to make Family Guy. And I'm not allowed to watch Family Guy, so if any of you guys like Family Guy, be thankful. So, moving on. So, let me find one of the things I saw at school today. And also, probably the most important flight of 9/11. Well, not really most important, but this flight that got hijacked is special. It was Flight 93. They were about to go into the White House, but they took a vote to say to redirect it to something or something. I don't know. But they took a vote, and what they did is that they redirected the plane, but they crashed in a field, and thankfully it wasn't the White House. So the White House is lucky, very lucky, and and I've never been to the White House, but it's really cool. And so yeah, let me find something on here. Let me find. Hold on, I'm trying to find. What's there? also, how about it a bit? So, at the time, President Bush was the president of the United States during 9/11, and what happened is that after during the crash of the first plane, one of the planes flew into the North Tower, and then after that happened, George Bush went to an elementary school to read to some kids, and it was in Florida, and then during that time, the North Tower had the airplane fly into it, so then someone informed him about it and was like, hey, a plane just crashed into the North Twin Tower, and then they thought it was just an accident. So everyone just thought it was an accident. Like, oh, the airplane's just an accident. Now, that doesn't mean they didn't do anything about it. They certainly did something about the first crash. But some people just thought that that it was just an accident. So yeah, they thought the first one was an accident. Then a second one came in. They're like, okay, I think this is an attack. And then after a while, they realized that it was an attack. Or they were like, yeah, this is an attack. Find something on Wikipedia. Oh, here it is. 8:48 to 10:28. At least 100 people. Some accounts say as many as 250, primarily in the North Tower, trapped by fire and smoke in the upper floors, jumped to their deaths. One person at street level, firefighter Daniel Sir, I don't know, is hit by a jumper and dies. No form of airborne evacuation is attempted as smoke is too dense for a successful landing on the roof of either tower. New York City lacks helicopters equipped for horizontal rescue, and the roof tarmac would have been too hot with too much smoke and land a helicopter. Find something. Okay. 8:49 and 34 seconds. The first network television and radio reports of an explosion or incident at the World Trade Center. CNN breaks into a commercial at 8:49. The CNN screen subtitle first reads, World Trade Center Disaster. Carol Lynn, first TV network anchor to break the news of the attack, says, yep, Miss Justin, you are looking at obviously a very disturbing live shot here. This is the World Trade Center, and we have unconfirmed reports this morning that a plane has crashed into one of the towers of the World Trade Center. CNN Center right now is just beginning to work on this story. Obviously calling our sources and trying to figure out exactly what happened, but clearly something relatively devastating happened this morning on the south end of the island of Manhattan. That is once again a picture of one of the towers of the World Trade Center. Find something. 8:50 to 8:54, approximately. Hijacking begins on flight 77. I know, well, this video is very long. Let me find something. So, about maybe like 2 hours after, President Bush got the information that an airplane got into one of the towers, he was at Manhattan, where the Twin Towers were, because the president has like this helicopter or plane or something that gets him to other places really fast. And also another thing, I don't know if I'm reading these in order. These are just facts. I don't think I'm reading them in order. These are just facts. I also heard at school that maybe let me fix my camera. Okay, that's probably better light. That's better. Okay. So I heard at school I learned that after some of the planes crashed into the towers, everyone in Manhattan was informed to get out. So yeah, the plane. Ah, no. Dang it. I'm sorry, guys. Just my computer is messed up. Um, so, what happened is that they just hit the Twin Towers, but people thought that they were going to hit other places. So, they informed everyone in Manhattan to get out. They were like, "Hello, everyone in Manhattan, get out!" So everyone got out, and um, none of them got hurt or anything. Ah, come on. Okay, there's something wrong with my computer. I'm sorry. Those are just some 9/11 facts. Let me find something else. Don't know if there were, but let me find something. Ah, what the heck? There's something wrong with my computer. I need to find something. I'm sorry, guys. I just need to, um... Okay, there is something wrong with my computer, guys. Okay. I'm just gonna keep reading. Facts, okay. 9:43. The White House and the Capitol are evacuated and closed. Another thing I learned at school is that after a few planes, after a few planes crashed into the towers, they were informed to land immediately. No matter where they are, they expected everyone to land. Everyone to land. The only there's like not a plane in the sky. The only planes that were in the sky were military planes, which one of them carried the president. Yes, the president. Ah, what the heck? My laptop is all messed up. Okay. I hope that I'm still recording. If I'm paused, then I feel bad. Really, laptop? It had to be right now. Let me try and unplug it and plug it back. Okay, now you start back up. Okay, good. I'm still recording. I hope they didn't cut me off. So, if you guys weren't here to read it, I don't know what it did, but it said, let me find it. 9:43. The White House and the Capitol are evacuated and closed. So that's what you might have missed. So this is just some stuff I learned in school. And let me find something. And also another thing I learned at school is that after a while, after the I think South Tower was it? After like 56 minutes of probably the South Tower burning and with fire and everything, after going for 56 minutes of all of that, the whole 100-foot tower collapses in 10 seconds. That means that one floor collapsed every tenth of a second. That is a pretty fast collapsing. Just 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's how much 10 seconds is at the whole 100-foot tower in that much time. That is just sad that all those people died. Now, there were some survivors. Not all of them survived. I heard that about 18 people survived the crashing of one of them. 14 people on the other. I'm not sure. Let me see this. I'm just reading facts off of Wikipedia, and I have this Wikipedia app. I use Wikipedia a lot, so I just got the app. If you guys do Wikipedia a lot, then get the app. I'm reading stuff off of this and telling you really interesting facts, which are some of my favorite facts about 9/11. Now, 9/11 was not good. I wasn't there to see it, but I just know it wasn't good. And my parents actually went there when my mom was pregnant with me. They went there before 9/11 happened, and then when 9/11 happened, my mom was all freaked out, and she called my dad, and she was like, "They're gone, and the Twin Towers are gone." And then less than a month later, I was born, and so everything turned out okay after 9/11 happened. And today at school, I saw my teacher had this big board of facts, and she said that one woman was trapped after the what word am I looking for? Collapse. This woman was in one of the buildings, and after it collapsed, she was trapped for an entire day, and then somebody found her, and she was one of the survivors. So she is very lucky. She's actually is very lucky. And then also people went to destroy the Pentagon in Virginia, I think it was, and they also attacked Pennsylvania, I think. It says here, 10, 50, and 19 seconds, 5 stories of part of the Pentagon collapsed due to the fire. Now, thankfully, only part of the Pentagon was hit, so I think the Pentagon is still there. I'm not sure. The Pentagon might be still there. I'm not completely sure. So I think it's still there. Just some of it is like off. Let me find something. Okay. This is something I learned in school. Oh, not really exactly, but this is something I learned in school. 12:01, approximately 14 people, including 12 firefighters, who were in a section of a stairwell in the North Tower that held together during the collapse, climb up the stairs to the top of the Ground Zero rubble field. Well, no, not really. No. That's not really what I learned. Just something that's kind of interesting. Let me find something. 1 p.m. approximately, at the Pentagon, fire crews are still fighting fires. The early response to the attack had been coordinated from the National Military Command Center, but that had to be evacuated and began to fill with smoke. 104. President Bush puts the U.S. military on high alert worldwide, known as Force Protection Condition Delta. Taped remarks from the president were aired on the Barksdale Air Force Base, stating that freedom itself was attacked this morning by a faceless coward, and freedom will be defended. He also said that the United States will hunt down and punish those responsible for these cowardly attacks. He then leaves for U.S. Strategic Command bunker located at Offutt Air Force Base in Bellevue, Nebraska. Okay, let me see something. Ah, no, don't put on me. Don't put on me, computer. Good, I won't sit down for a few minutes. 6:54, President Bush arrives at the White House. I like informing you about what President Bush did that day, because the president is very important in our nation, and he was president at that time. And let me find something. And okay, I found something about Osama Bin Laden. 11:30 p.m. Before sleeping, President Bush enters into his journal, "The Pearl Harbor of the 21st century took place today. We think it's Osama Bin Laden." It was Osama Bin Laden that planned all this, but he got a bunch of people together, and then they all together hijacked the flights, and then they destroyed a bunch of things. That day was just awful. That day was awful. Many people died. Buildings collapsed. It was just awful. It was not good at all. It was not good. Mom, I'm still recording. Okay, my mom just got home. So yeah. That's just a bunch of so yeah, many people died, buildings collapsed, lots of bad things happened. I just gave you some facts about 9/11. Well, this is a 20-minute video. I make very long videos, I know. Is that it? There's one more thing I wanted to tell you. What was that? Oh yeah. So that was a very awful day, but the day after that, everything was okay. All the kids went to school. It was just a normal day after that day, except that they were cleaning up and they were digging up bodies, and that one woman was found who was trapped for a day. And the day after that day was totally fine, but 9/11 was not a very good day. Many people lost their lives that day. Thousands of them. I think maybe about 3,000 people died. I don't know, 4,000. I can't remember. So yeah, I'm just giving you 9/11 facts that I heard at school and I've seen at places. Uh, okay, that's it. That's all I need to do. That's all I need to say. So I wanted to post this one because it's 9/11 today, and so okay, you guys probably need to get back to your normal lives because I've been keeping you here for 21 minutes and 34 seconds. Yeah, I'm recording this with my webcam in my basement. 9/11 facts. I'll see you. Um, and also, for those of you out there that don't know, Osama Bin Laden has been killed, so he cannot do any more harm. Just the military did what they had to do. Um, that is it. Okay, I need to let you get back to your lives. See you later. Bye.